Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, this lesson is going to go into the war, if you will, over in Eastern Europe. And let's see. We're going to go into this Snake Island business. Okay, this is today. This is Crux. This channel is pretty on point and pretty current. So, Russia retreats from Snake Island, Putin's goodwill gesture, or triumph of Ukraine firepower. Now we know that Ukraine is still receiving armaments and firearms and missiles and all kinds of stuff from other countries. And, what is this going to fall under? All right. So Putin is saying that it's a goodwill gesture. Ukraine saying we blew them the hell up out of there. Russia pulled back its forces from Snake Island following several Ukrainian attacks on the key Black Sea outposts. Russian Defense Ministry confirmed the withdrawal of forces and described it as a goodwill gesture. However, Ukraine credited its relentless attacks for the Russian withdrawal. Now, see, something is going on over there. Let me see. Because when this thing started, right, they were fighting over Snake Island. And Russia said they went up in there and told them that they had a certain amount of time, and then they told them to go fuck off, basically. And the reports came down that there were bioweapon laboratories on Snake Island, and the information that was coming out was that the bioweapons were for race-specific bioweapons. Okay, and that kind of stuff was being bandied about or thrown back and forth early on in the conflict. And now, okay, apparently Russia had taken it over, and now they withdrew or got ran up out of there, one of the two. So what does that fall under? Let's just get that real quick. Slovakia. Okay. Go to Matthew 24 and 6, right? We'll do what I normally do. Because this is going to, that's what this whole thing is about. Same scriptures are going to come out and it's going to describe exactly what we're seeing. Why? Because these prophecies are taking place right now. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. Okay? And that's what what's the truth about this situation? Okay? Was it a goodwill gesture? Or did they get blown the hell up out of there? Okay? We go back to the scripture. We filter it. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of, are we not right now? Is that a war? And are these rumors? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And then what we do is we go in here and we dig a little further. We look at these different versions. You will hear of wars and rumors of war. And here in NLT, you will hear of wars and threats. Is this a threat? This doesn't fall under threat of war, but don't panic. Okay, this falls under reports. Aramaic Bible in plain English. It is going to happen that you are going to hear battles and reports of war. So this falls under a report. Okay, not so much threat. Rumors, yes. Do we know what happened? We don't know. Okay, Good News Translation. You are going to hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away. This is news of a battle. Okay? A lot of things come up out of here. Reports. It's a report. It's news. It's a rumor. Not so much a threat in this case, but there are threats coming out of there. For example, if Finland and Sweden join NATO, here come the nukes. According to Vlad, that's a straight threat. Okay? So we're seeing all of this is the point. Okay, so we'll watch this and we'll come back and get maybe a couple of precepts on the way out. Let's watch this. Okay, let me make it big here. I'm going to read it because this is important. That island, right? To control that island is very important, if you will. Okay, strategic. Here we go. Russia retreats from Snake Island in goodwill gesture. Withdrawal forced by artillery missiles and airstrikes. Question. Blow to Putin's bid to block Ukraine ports. Russia pulled back its forces from Snake Island following several Ukrainian attacks on the key Black Sea outposts. Russian Defense Ministry confirmed the withdrawal of forces and described it as a goodwill gesture. Ukraine claims strikes forced Russian withdrawal. Two opposite opposing. Last week, Ukraine launched a major offensive with brutal barrage of rockets and artillery units on Snake Island near the Black Sea outpost. The attack destroyed a series of Russian supply stations and an anti-aircraft system, causing a hasty withdrawal of Russian troops. During the night, as a result of another successful military operation carried out by our missile and artillery forces on the Snake Island, the enemy rushed to evacuate the remains of its garrison by 2 speedboats. Let me go back to that. Come on, dude. By 2 speedboats, and it looks like it has left the island completely. Okay, so these are rumors. These are reports. Okay, this is news. Ukraine's Southern Military Command stated that the island is covered in fire and explosions are erupting. The head of Ukrainian President Zelensky's office shared a photo of the smoke. Wow, that's crazy. More news to follow. Kiev's military chief Zaluzny said Russian forces have been unable to withstand the fire of our artillery, missiles, and airstrikes. So they over there bombing the shit out of each other. If you watched the war update from yesterday, World War III daily update, it goes into how fierce the Russians are, how they're fighting and scaring the other ops away. Zaluzny thanked defenders of Odessa region who took maximum measures to liberate a strategically important part of our territory. So that Snake Island is not just, nothing. That's a key piece of real estate in this war. Okay. Russia calls retreat goodwill gesture. Russia projected the retreat as a goodwill gesture and as evidence that it's not escalating a global food crisis. On June 30th, gesture of goodwill, the Russian armed forces completed their task on Snake Island. And we're done over there.
Российской Федерации завершили
It's looking
выполнение
like they got
поставленных
bombed the
задачи
hell
на
up out of
уровне
there.
Мины и вывели находившихся там
Withdrew with a
гарнизон
garrison
мировому
station.
сообществу
This
продемонстрировать,
demonstrates to the world community the Russian Federation is not impeding the UN efforts.
что Российская Федерация не препятствует усилиям ООН для организации гуманитарного коридора.
Is this the Snake Island here? I thought it was up near Finland. To organize a humanitarian corridor for the export of agricultural products from the territory. Now, it must be said that if Russia wanted to just shut down the Ukraine, they could have did it a long time. They could turn the power out and devastate and block food. So if they are doing these things, something else is going on. It's not that kind of war, if you will. Because the first thing you do is you starve them out. Ask what happened in what was damn, I can't think of it right now. Masada. What happened in Masada when we were over there eating our leather, our belts and shoes and shit? You starve them out. You surround them. You cut off everything: supplies, food, lights. Okay, they would have did that a long time ago. They haven't done that. People are still over there, living. Now, if you got some collateral damage and things like that, but if they were really over there to do a scorched earth policy, we would the world would be up in arms right now.
Сельскохозяйственной продукции с территории Украины.
This decision will not allow Kiev to speculate on the topic of an impending food crisis. So, in other words, because this guy, Let's Go Brandon, is blaming the coming famine on Russia is over there fucking up and nobody's going to get no food as a result. Well, that's not entirely true. Okay? It's not true at all, because why are the ports being blocked? Why? There's another situation going on, all right? But is Russia bombing the food plant, 100 food plants, setting them on fire and crashing planes into them? I don't think so. Okay, where's that coming from? But Brandon is quick to point at Russia and say, well, the famine is all Russia's fault now. So what's going on? Citing the inability to export grain due to Russia's total control of the northwestern part of the Black Sea. So what's actually going on? Russia's saying, no, we're not doing that. And there's some truth to this, because like I said a minute ago, if they wanted to shut everything down, they would have done it a long time ago. All right, so, and now they're doing this to show that, no, who's lying? Okay, we know that the lights are still on over there. They haven't shut down the energy. Okay, like they're about to do right here in Babylon the Great. What about that? Oh, they're going to blame it on Russia? Oh, it was a cyber attack. Russia did it. No, nigga. We know, we're not ignorant to your devices.
На невозможность вывода зерна из-за тотального контроля России в северо-западной части Черного моря. Теперь слово за украинской стороной.
The ball is now in Ukraine's court, which has not yet demined the Black Sea coast near its shore, including the harbor water. So they put mines in the water. Who did that? Apparently Ukraine did. Okay, so if there's no traffic going through the Black Sea coast, these niggas doesn't mind it. All right, hey, there is a war going on. Accused Ukraine of refusing to demine its coastline of Black Sea port water. Russia's defense ministry said the departure was to allow food to leave Ukraine for export. So in order for Russia to show its goodwill, we have to beat it up regularly, Ukrainian officials said. Why is Snake Island of strategic importance? See, we're getting to it. And I didn't even see it. We have to pull out a map and find out exactly where Snake Island is. Okay? Because look, it's just a big old island with a couple of little fortifications. You know, there's probably some guns around it or whatever. But they've been fighting over this thing since the war started. Right? And apparently, it's of strategic importance, which was stated earlier in this lesson. Why? The island came to epitomize the Ukrainian resistance to the Russian invasion in February. They said that, like I said earlier, when the war started, Russia pulled up and said, you got 5 minutes to surrender and get the hell up off of the island, and to which the Ukraine reportedly said, go fuck yourself. And then, you know, staged a little, you know, defensive battle or whatever. Let's see what this is. Ukrainian troops received a demand from the Russian warship to surrender Slovakia or face bombardment. This is pretty much what was said. Wars and rumors of war. The island, also known as Zimny Island, was the scene of one of the most famous exchanges from the early days of the war. This is what I've been saying. And I haven't seen this. We're just doing this in the spirit. Here comes the famous fuck off statement. And this is propaganda. Okay? Wars and rumors. See, they've been building up Ukraine now in the press, in the mainstream media, as though they're actually over there dealing with Russia. And we know that that's not even true. With all the armaments and all the help that is being given the Ukraine, who's actually winning this war? Is everybody sending arms and supplies and soldiers to Vlad? No. The FU comment is coming. Here it is. A Ukrainian guard responded to a Russian warship's order to surrender with the phrase, Russian warship, go F yourself. Okay? Now, they've been pushing this since the beginning of the war. This is some old Tokyo Rose ass shit. And if you don't know what Tokyo Rose is, look it up. Look it up. All right. Propaganda. Russia then took the island. Look, they said, go fuck yourself, and then what? Russia then took the island, comma, deemed to have highly strategic importance due to its location. It's sitting in the middle of those two land masses. I think it's in between Finland and part of, I don't know exactly, but it's a Russian province, I believe. They should show a map. Russia had attempted to install missile and air defense batteries to thwart Ukrainian attacks on the island. Experts say the transfer of more sophisticated arms to Ukraine and allied made Russian position on Snake Island untenable. Ukrainian military increased their bombardment of a small Russian garrison on the defense assets stationed on the island. See, they planned that. They said, we're going to give you enough firepower to run them fools right up out of it. And this, if this is true, Vlad is mad as fuck right now. Okay? Why is he mad? Because he knows where those weapons are coming from to make him retreat. So what is he going to do? And there's a rumor about right now saying that both sides are running out of the ammunition that they're fighting the war with. All right? And what does that mean? That means that they're going to move to the next level of ammunition that they do have. And what is that? Tactical nukes. meaning the war is about to escalate. Okay. Ukraine previously said it had destroyed Russian equipment, including Panzer air. It's Panzer, right? Panzer. Air defense systems on the island. Could be wrong. Blow to Putin's bid to block Ukraine ports. Ukraine and the West have accused Russia of blocking Ukrainian ports to prevent exports of grain. Russia has dismissed allegations that its actions have caused a global food crisis. Russia charged that Ukraine needs to remove sea mines from the Black Sea to allow. So they're going tit for tat, really. On June 30th, a ship carrying 7,000 tons of grain sailed from Ukraine's occupied port of Berdyansk, as per a Russian-installed local leader. Doesn't sound like they're blocking anything. The retreat from Snake Island is being seen as a major setback to Russia's blockade of Ukraine's ports. Some experts say Russia hoped to use the Snake Island as a staging ground for an attack on Odessa. That makes sense. So let's look at that. All right. Where are we going here? Let's go here. Let's go. Snake Island map. Okay, so Russia, Ukraine. Where is Snake Island? We need a big map. Okay, so this is, what is this? I ain't gonna say what it is, huh? Okay, so it's in the Gulf down here. Let's see here. It's down in the Gulf. Where's Crimea? Is Crimea over in here? Not showing me what I want to see. Here we go. Romania, Bulgaria. This must be the island here. Sevastopol. Does that get me what I want to see? I need some English. Okay. So, all right, so it's in the Black Sea. All right, my thinking is that it was up here. So here's Georgia, the Caucasus, Turkey. Okay, so this is it here, I suppose. Okay, well, now where's Crimea? Crimea River. I thought that it was in this area here. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some map studying. Okay. So I kind of where's Crimea? Okay, so that is Crimea right there. See? This whole thing. So if we go back to where we were, this is Crimea right here. And then there's Snake Island. So Russia is controlling this area right here already. Okay, and all up in this region. Okay, there's Mariupol, where the Nazis held out at the steel plant. So this is what they're fighting over right here, and it makes sense. So I guess they were going to come into Odessa from this side. This is a staging area. But I bet they'll get it back. Well, let's see how long it takes for Russia to get that back. Anyway, what this is gonna do, this is a bone of contention right now. This just happened today or hours ago, okay? And this is it's a bloody nose they gave Vlad right here, okay? And they're trying to propagandize, oh, well, we gave it up because we're not stopping the food from coming through. But they're mad as hell. And now they're going to up the situation as far as firepower. Leading to what? Leading to those micro nukes, or what do they call it? Strategic nukes. What did I say earlier? Micro nukes, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out. Let's see. Habakkuk. Two. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Let's look at the different ones. This is King James. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. NIV, for the revelation awaits an appointed time. Well, we got the revelation. We know. We know that the world is about to be destroyed by nuclear destruction, and we're watching it play out in real time. Who's got the nukes? Vlad's got the nukes. Who's moving? Vlad is moving right now. Did they just make him mad taking Snake Island because the world is supplying the Ukraine with these different munitions? Yes. So it's speaking. It speaks of the end of what? The end of Esau's world, in the beginning of it that followeth, and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it, it will certainly come and will not delay. We're watching it play out. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently. We've been waiting patiently for a minute. All right? This vision is for a future time. This is that time. It describes the end. We're looking at the end play out right now. This is the end game. The Most High's end game is in full effect. Okay? Again, Vladimir Putin is mad as hell right now. He's hot because they took Snake Island, and how were they able to do that? Because of all of the munitions that they continue sending billions of dollars over there. He's mad. He's like, oh, like that, like that. So now this thing is about to escalate. All right. Anyway, that's enough on that. We'll close it right here. We hope that the electorate edified you brothers and few sisters. With that, we can say shalom.